What happens if you eat too much at dinner? Dinner is one of the three main meals, usually takes place between 1700 hours 2000 hours. Dinner is usually full of families, so many families prepare the best food. Eating nights is a common habit of many young people today. However, the harms that night brings will sometimes startle you and give up this habit. According to a recent study, eating too late for dinner and snacking in the evening can increase the risk of breast and prostate cancer when you break your circadian clock and your metabolism. A team of scientists from the Barcelona Global Institute of Health found that people who ate more than 2 hours before eating before bed had a 25% higher risk of breast and prostate cancer. Moreover, the dinner is too late, and many nutrients will adversely affect health because the stomach has to work too much that it should be resting. When eating too full and late in the evening, after a sleep, the stomach still has food, which will make the body tired and headache. Not only that, if sustained such dinner lasts, can lead to a number of conditions later. According to statistics, 90% of people who are obese is caused by eating too much at dinner. The evening is a resting period. If you eat a lot, your energy consumption is lower than your absorbed energy. Under the action of insulin, these excess energy sources are converted into fat. Over time, it will build up in the body and cause obesity. For middle-aged people and older, if you eat too much at dinner, especially foods that are difficult to digest, foods that contain a lot of fat, protein, that put a great pressure on the pancreas, secreting insulin, forcing this gland to work overload leads to risk of diabetes. Frequent eating too much at dinner makes the stomach, intestines and surrounding organs such as liver, bile, pancreas, not get rest, but must work continuously, so the brain cannot rest. Inadequate blood supply to the brain causes the metabolism of the affected brain cells to increase the risk of aging. One study found that young people who ate too much in the evening had a 20% higher risk of senile dementia than normal. So how to eat dinner properly? Do not fast, but do not eat too full, do not eat too late, should eat about 4 to 5 hours before bed. Dinner should be low in calories, reduced in meat and fortified with green vegetables, whole grains. Eat plenty of fiber, vitamins to ensure low energy intake. Because protein is an important part of a balanced diet, it is indispensable in the dinner menu. However, dinner should only eat lean meat, because these foods are low in fat and calories. Eat more vegetables than carbs to avoid consuming carbs and sugar. At dinner should eat about a quarter of the vegetables, the rest consists of protein and starch. Add some monounsaturated fat like olive oil, sesame oil, nuts and seeds. Drink a small, warm glass of water before bed to reduce the risk of water shortage at night. At the same time, reduce the risk of cramps, reduce the risk of stroke and myocardial infarction in people with cardiovascular disease, helping the body to relax completely, sleep better and deeper.